I'm Hunter Lanyas.
I'm Keaton. My name is Matthew Elmy. Today we'll be presenting to you the various types of communication and storytelling, such as family narratives and maintenance strategies. We will be presenting to you 4 different videos, and after these videos we will be describing to you how they are relevant into each storytelling scenario. Our purpose is to inform and educate all of you listeners about how storytelling is relevant in today's society.
So the first type of story are courtship stories, and these are stories that tell when 2 people met and fell in love. They are commonly shown through examples of parents telling their kids how they met and stories of them like being together before they were around. And another type of story that we'll see are birth stories. And birth stories describe things like late pregnancy, birth, or early infancy. And for this example, we picked How I Met Your Mother, which is basically a 9-year-long courtship story because it revolves around Ted telling his kids how he met their mother, and this is him telling his kids how their mother went into labor the first time.
Okay, it's over.
Starting the clock now. Labor sucks, huh?
Yeah, that fun sounding name. Totally misleading.
Better have this baby soon. You know my mom's rule. Nothing good happens after 2 a.m.
I don't buy it. Just like I don't buy what her son told me. Let's go away for one last weekend before the baby comes. We'll be fine.
Well, I hate to point fingers, but you should never listen to me. You know that.
That's my bad. Oh, here comes another one.
Already?
Yeah.
Okay, we should get you to the hospital. Come on. Oh, here we go.
So you can see that this exemplifies a birth story because it is Ted telling his kids story of how the mom went into labor. And got it?
Okay, so now I'm going to be talking to all of y'all about survival stories, and you may ask, what exactly is a survival story? And exactly around this is, it's really a story about maybe a traumatic moment in your life or a near-death experience. Some maybe specific examples are maybe U.S. Military individuals or U.S. Navy SEALs coming home and finally get to share their story about their near-death or survival stories. And here's one specific example from The Blind Side about survival stories.
Munching, food sucking, your stone cold munching. Easy comes on, you start to dance. Then it ain't so much, you nearly split your pants. A girl starts walking, guy starts walking. Sister and next day you start talking. Says she wanna dance, that she likes to bruise. Come on, fat soul, just bust the move. If you want it, you got it. You want it, baby, you got it. You want it, you got it. You want it, baby, you got it.
This is not a $40,000 ooh-shack on me.
You're crazy, Leon.
The borders are different widths. They've been altered. We'll give you 17 tops, all right? Hello? Those are my kids. Those are my kids.
So this clip is an indirect example precisely of what a survival story is. What happened exactly was Michael Orr was driving the car with SJ next to him. They were jamming to some very fine tunes and they found themselves in an accident What you didn't see in this clip, though, the more specific example of the survival story is when Michael Orr talks to Mrs. Toohey about the accident and how it happened, and he mentioned if he didn't put his forearm in front of SJ, Mrs. Toohey's son, then there was a high possibility that he could have died. So there's one example of a survival story.
I'll be talking about some family maintenance strategies. The first strategy we're going to talk about is positivity. Positivity is basically just communicating with family members in an upbeat and a hopeful fashion, just making each encounter you share with them enjoyable. You can do that by surprising them with small gifts, or just complimenting them, or just talking to them when nobody else is. So this movie clip is about Forrest Gump. It's about his mom telling him that she's dying, and this is the first news that he's getting of it.
What's the matter, Mom?
I'm dying, Forrest. Come on in, sit down over here.
Why are you dying, Mom?
It's my time. It's just my time. Oh, now. Don't you be afraid, sweetheart. Death is just a part of life. Something we're all destined to do. I didn't know it, but I was destined to be your mama. I did the best I could.
You did good, Mom.
So Forrest's mother exhibits positivity just by comforting him when he first hears the news, and she holds his hand and tells him not to worry, just making that sad encounter as good as she can. So Forrest exhibits positivity in return by assuring her that she did a good job raising him. And then later on in the clip, he explains that he buys her a hat with flowers on it. So that's just another kind gesture. The second family maintenance strategy we'll be talking about is assurances. So using assurances is just a way of bolstering relationships between other family members, and just showing them that the relationship shared is unique and valuable. Using assurances just shows your devotion to maintaining that bond you share with a family member for the future. And you can do this by doing favors without being asked, or occasionally giving small gifts, very similar to exhibiting positivity.
The third maintenance strategy is self-disclosure, and that involves opening up and sharing private thoughts and feelings with other family members, and making sure to allow them to do the same without fear of betrayal. You can encourage openness by making time for other family members, regarding them in a positive way, treating them in an ethical and trustworthy manner, also maintaining that consistency in family discussion. You want to make sure that you encourage it by making time, and if you give out advice after they disclose to you, you don't want to force it upon them. Allow them to say things freely. Avoid betraying confidences or keeping harmful secrets, ridiculing others' opinions when they disclose them to you. For the video, I have a clip from Good Luck Charlie.
I'm a really good driver.
Teddy.
No, why are you treating me different than PJ? I mean, you didn't freak out on him when he was learning how to drive.
Teaching PJ to drive was a completely different thing.
Why?
Because it was.
Why?
Because he's PJ, you're my little girl. Driving means leaving. And once you get in that car, you go. Look, I'm sorry, okay? I mean, you got your party and stuff going on, I shouldn't be talking about this stuff.
Dad, it's sad to think all your kids are gonna leave someday.
Well, actually, to be perfectly honest, PJ, kind of worried he's never gonna leave.
So in that clip, Teddy, what you didn't get to see was Teddy was about to disclose a secret that she had from her father that day, but Bob already knows about it. And that triggers something within him where he has to get up and leave, which is not what you should do, because she's begging him that she wants to hear what he has to say, and she's asking why he won't let her do what she wants to do. And finally, he opens up to her, which is what you should do, and tells her that he's afraid of her leaving him. And she does the right thing, which is assuring him that everything's going to be okay, and making sure that he knows that she values him as a father and that she'll never stop valuing him. All of these family narratives and maintenance strategies show just how communication can develop and maintain a family and affect its healthiness and happiness. And if you implement these narratives and these strategies in a family, you will continue to have that strong bond. And all in all, communication within a family is very, very important. And you should make sure to take time and see how you are communicating within your family to make sure that your family is at its best. Thank you.